Good morning, we are Nicolas, Cardenas and Alejandra Vega. Today we are going to talk to you about Morocco, a country that combines history, tradition and modernity and has become a meeting point between Africa, Europe and the Arab region. Morocco, officially known as the Kingdom of Morocco, has Rabat as its capital, a city that reflects the balance between politics and culture. Rabat has nearly 2 million inhabitants and stands out for its garden, historic buildings, and diplomatic atmosphere. Among the main cities is Casablanca, the country's economic center and the most populous with over 3 million inhabitants. Its port and modern architecture make in the industrial and financial engine of Morocco. Another emblematic city is Fez, considered the cultural and spiritual heart of Morocco, famous for its medieval Medina and for hosting the oldest university internationally still in operation. There is also Marrakech, known as the Red City, a tourist destination that blends history, color, traditional markets, and palaces. Other important cities include Tangier, the gateway to Africa, Agadir with its coastal and tourist atmosphere, Meknes, a former imperial capital, and Saleh, a neighboring city to Rabat with great historical value. Morocco is located in the far northwest of Africa, bordering the Mediterranean Sea to the north, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, Algeria to the east, and Western Sahara to the south. This strategic location allows it to have a dual maritime and commercial connection with both Europe and the Americas, which directly influences its foreign trade and economic development. Regarding official languages, the country recognizes Arabic and Amharic or Berber. However, French has a strong presence due to the colonial history and is widely used in the business, education, and public administration. This linguistic diversity reflects the cultural mix that characterizes the country.
The official currency of Morocco is the Moroccan dirham mat. Currently, 1 dirham is equivalent to approximately US 0.11 and $1 is equivalent to 9.12 dirhams. Compared to Colombia, 1 dirham is equivalent to about 424 Colombian pesos and 1,000 Colombian pesos are equivalent to only 2.36 dirhams. This shows that the dirham has greater purchasing power than the Colombian peso, reflecting a more stable currency with less devaluation and controlled inflation. To better understand this difference, we can analyze the cost of a liter of milk. In Morocco, it between cost 7 and 8 dirhams, or about 3,300 Colombian pesos. In Colombia, the same product costs between 5,000 and 7,000 pesos. The cost of basic foodstuff in Morocco is significantly lower in relative terms. In Morocco, the minimum monthly wage in 2025 varies depending on the sector. Public sector 4,000 dirhams, private sector 3,000 dirhams, and agriculture sector 2,000 dirhams, convert to Colombian pesos at a rate of 4,024.7 per dirham. In the public sector, this is equivalent to approximately 1,009,000. In the private sector, 1,003,000, and in the agricultural sector, 1 million. Meanwhile, the minimum wage in Colombia for 2025 is 1,006,000. At first glance, the Colombian wage seems higher, but in Morocco, the price of basic products and services are lower in proportion to income. In real terms, the Moroccan wage goes further in converting the basic basket of goods, while in the Colombia, the cost of living is higher relative to monthly income. Morocco has a more stable balance between wage and the cost of living, supported by a strong currency and less economic volatility.
Regarding the system of government, Morocco is a constitutional monarchy, although it has a parliament and democratic elections. King Mohammed VI retains a central role in the country's politics and governance. The system combines the monarchical tradition with a modern parliamentary structure, providing institutional stability.
Morocco's gross domestic product (GDP) in 2024 was 154.43 billion according to the World Bank, compared to Colombia's GDP of 418.54 billion. The difference is significant, although both countries face similar challenges in terms of growth and employment. In terms of the trade balance, Morocco recorded a deficit of 8.3% of GDP in 2023, which rose to 9.2% in 2024. This means that the country imports more goods and services than it exports, reflecting an expanding economy, but also a high dependence on energy and manufacturing imports.
In foreign trade, Morocco mainly exports automobiles, fertilizers, electrical cables, and clothing, and tomatoes, with Spain, France, Germany, the United Kingdom, and Italy has its trading partners. On the other hand, it imports refined petroleum, vehicles, engine parts, gas, and coal, mainly from Spain, China, France, the United States, and Turkey. This diversification demonstrates an open economy connected to various international markets. In the culinary field, the most representative dish is couscous, prepared with vegetables, chickpeas, and meat. Other notable dishes include pastela, a mix of sweet and savory flavors with chicken and almonds. Arira, a traditional tomato and legume soup. And that thing where meat is slow cooked with spices, olives, or plums.
As for traditional clothing, the kaftaf and takshira are the most characteristics outfits for women, decorated with silk and ornate belts. Both men and women wear the tejalaba, a long hooded tunic, and complement the outfit with the fez or a red cap and babouches, pointed leather sandals. These garments not only represent elegance, but also respect for family and religious traditions. At celebrations such as weddings or national festivals, traditional clothing becomes a symbol of Moroccan pride and identity, where every detail reflects the country's rich craftsmanship. Traditional Moroccan music reflects the country's cultural diversity. It combines Arabic, Berber, African, and Andalusian influence. Among the most notable genres are Nama, with African roots, Andalusi, elegant and ancient, Berber very rhythmic, and Shabi, cheerful and popular. Music plays a very important social role, accompanying celebrations, religious rituals, and festivals. Throughout its rhythms and instruments, Morocco combines its history, its mix of cultures, and the spiritual connection that is an essential part of this national identity. Typical instruments include the guembri, bendir, oud, and kraket. Morocco also hosts renowned festivals such as the Essaouira Nama Music Festival and the Fez Festival of Sacred Music.